To find the sum of the function, we have the formula sine A plus B equals sine A cosine B plus cosine A sine B. Example, if we're going to find the value of sine 75. So we have here a sine 75. So sine 75 degree equals to, the first step is that we must know the angles that equal to 75. Based on unit circle, we have 30 and 45. So our A is the 30 and the B is 45. The first thing we do is to substitute. So we have here equal sine A is 30. So we have here 30. Cosine our B is 45. So we have here 45 plus cosine A, so we have here a 30. Sine B is 45. So we have here 45. So third step is to know the corresponding value. The sine of 30, so equal to, so the sine of 30 is 1/2. So we have here 1/2. The cosine 45 is square root of 2 over 2 plus the cosine 30 is square root of 3 over 2. And the sine 45 is square root of 2 over 2. So, the fourth step is to multiply this to, so we have here 1 times 2 is square root of 2. 2 times 2 is 4 plus square root of 3 plus square root of 3 times square root of 2 is square root of 6. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay. The last step is to simplify the two, simplify the two factors. So we have here a, since we have a same denominator, we just copy that. So 4. So square root of 2 plus square root of 6. So we have our final answer. So the sine A plus B, sine A cosine B plus cosine A sine B, and the sine is 75. So we have here a 30 and a 45. So that will be equal to 75. So the final answer is square root of 2 plus square root of 6 over 4. And the next, to find the difference of a sine function, we have the formula sine A minus B equals sine A cosine B minus cosine A sine B. So, for example, we have this given. We're going to find the value of a sine of 15. So, we have a sine 15. So we have here a degree, by the way. So the first step is to know common angle whose difference is 15 degree, and the most common angles is 45 degree and 30 degree. So we have here, so second step is to substitute. So second step is to substitute. We have here a sine. Our A here is 45 degree and our B is 30 degree. So we have a sine 45 cosine 30 minus cosine 45 sine 30. So the third step is to know the corresponding values. The sine of 45, so equals, we have here a, so our 45 is root 2 over 2. Our cosine 30 is root 3 over 2 minus, so we have here the minus, so cosine 45 is square root of 2 over 2, so the sine 30 is 1/2. So the fourth step is to multiply the two factors. So we have here the root 2 times root 3, so we have here a root 6, so over 2 times 2 is 4 minus 2 root 2 times 1, so we have root 2 over 2 times 2. So the last step is to simplify the factors. So this is 4 since we have 2 times 2, so sorry for that. So we have here to simplify the two factors. So since we have the same denominator, so we just copy that. So we have here the root 6 minus root 2. So this would be our final answer for the sine A minus B equals sine A cosine B minus cosine A sine B. And our sine is the 15 degrees. So we have here 45 and 30 because 45 minus 30 is 15. So our final answer is the root 6 minus root 2 over 4. For finding the sum of a cosine function, the formula is cosine A plus B equals cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B. The sign here will change, but this is the sum formula of a cosine function. For example, if we're going to find the cosine of 7 pi over 12, to evaluate this function, the first thing to do is to convert angle to radians. So 7 pi over 12. To convert this formula, the first thing to do is to convert angle to radians. So 7 pi over 12, let's multiply this term to 180 degree over pi. 7 pi over 12, let's multiply this term to 180 over pi, and the pi would be cancelled, so 7 times 180. Let's break it down, so that we're going to be 7 times 180 over 12. As you can see, the 180 would be multiplied into would be multiplied into 18 times 10. Then 18 would be multiplied into 6 times 3, and 10 is 5 times 2. So we have here the 12 would be 6 times 2. So we have here to cancel the 6 and the 2. So we have here the 7 times 3 is 21 times 5. So that would be 105. So cosine 7 pi over 12 equals cosine to 105 degree. So to get the 105, we have here the cosine 60 plus 45. So let's proceed. Let's back to the formula. So next step is to substitute. So we have here the cosine A is 60, cosine B is 45, minus sine A is 60, sine B is 45. So next step is to evaluate the corresponding values. So we have here the cosine 60. So the cosine 60 is 1/2, and the cosine 45 is root 2 over 2 minus root 3 over 2, and the sine 45 is root 2 over 2. So the next step is to multiply these two terms. So we have here the 1 times root 2 is root 2 over 2 times 2 is 4 minus root 3 times root 2 is root 6 over 2 times 2 is 4. So we have here to subtract these two terms. So we have here as what we see, we have the same denominator, so we'll just copy that one. So 4, so we have here the root 2 minus root 6. So this would be our final answer for the formula cosine A plus B minus cosine A plus B equals cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B. And next, to find the difference of a sine function, we have the formula cosine A minus B equals cosine A cosine B plus sine A sine B. So for example, we have here to find the cosine 15 degree. To find the cosine 15 degree is to find that sum up or equal to 15 degrees. So based on the unit circle, we have the 45 degree and 30 degree. And the next one is to substitute. So we have here the cosine. So we have here the A and the B. So we have here the cosine A is 45, cosine B is 30, plus sine A is 45 and sine B is 30. Next step is to evaluate the corresponding values. So we have here the cosine 45 is root 2 over 2 times cosine 30 is root 3 over 2 plus sine 45 is root 2 over 2 sine 30 is 1/2. So we need to multiply these two terms. So we have here the root 2 times root 3 is root 6. 4 times 4, 2 times 2 is 4, plus root 2 times 1 is root 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So to add these two terms, so we have here the same denominator, so we just copy that one. So to write this one, this in a simplest way is root 6 plus root 2. So this one is the final answer for the cosine A minus B equals cosine A cosine B plus sine A sine B. So for finding the sum and difference of a tangent function, the formula is tan A minus B equals tan A minus tan B over 1 plus tan A times tan B. For example, if we're going to find the tan of pi over 12, so the first thing to do is to convert angle to radians. So pi over 12, so we need to multiply it into 180 degree over pi. So pi here is cancel, so we have here 180. 180 is multiplied to 18 times 10, and 18 is multiplied by 6 and 3. 5 would be 5 and 2. So we have here the 12, so the 12 is multiplied into 6 times 2, so this 2 is cancelled. So we have here the 5 times 3, so we have here a 15 degrees. So tan pi over 12 is equals to tan 15 degree. So next is we must know the special angles that sum up to 15 degree. And based on the unit circle, we have 45 and 30. So tan 45 degree and 30. So is to substitute the values. So we have here a tan A minus B equals, so tan A is 45 minus tan B is 30, and we have here over 1 plus tan 45 times tan 30. So third step is to know the corresponding values. So tan A45 is 1. Our tan 30 is root 3 over 3. And our over is 1 plus our tan 45 is 1. And our tan 30 is root 3 over 3. So we have here the minus is here. So next one is to multiply each term. So we have here over 1 plus, so we need to remove the 1 because 1 times root 3 over 3 is root 3 over 3. The next step is to multiply into 3. So we have here to multiply this into 3. So that would be 3 minus root 3, then 3 over root 3, and then over 3 plus root 3. So we have here the 3 minus root 3. Then the next one is use the FOIL method. So first we have a 3 times 3 is 9 minus so next is the 3 times negative root 3 is 3 root 3. Then next one is the negative root 3 times 3. So after we multiplied it into the 3, so the answer would be 3 negative root 3 and 3 and negative root 3. The over is 3 plus root 3 and 3 root 3. Then after that we use the FOIL method to simplify the term. So we have here the 3 times 3 is 9, and then second one is we have a 3 times negative root 3, so we have here a negative 3 root 3. And the next one is negative root 3 times 3, so we have here a negative 3 root 3. And last one is the negative root 3 times negative root 3, so we have a positive 3. Then here in our over is we have a 3 times 3, we have 9. Then 3 times negative root 3 is negative 3 root 3, and we have here the positive root 3 times 3, so we have here a positive 3 root 3. And last one is the positive root 3 times negative root 3, so we have here a negative 3. To make it as simplest answer is we need to cancel this 2 and add this 2. So we have here a same sign, so we have a positive 9 plus positive 3 is 12. Then negative 3 times 3 is 6 root 3. Copy the root because it's the same. So we have here in over. Here in over is not the same sign. We have a positive and negative. Positive 9 and plus negative 3 is 6. To write it into simplest way, we have here a 12 minus 6 root 3, so we make it into 2 terms and divide it into 6. So we have here a 12 divided by 2 is 2 minus 6 divided by 6 is 1, so cancel, we have here 1. So in the simplest way, we just copy the root 3. So this would be our final answer.